Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Another day dog. Keep it up. Keep it up, man.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Seriously, justice.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Samuels. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off the play fake. Samuels. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Samuels under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kaiir Elam drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flush to his right. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Allen now on first down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Samuels.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Well, this winds up with empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. Touchdown, Bills!
Well, this is where quarterbacks passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who's going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Samuels. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Samuels. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Ready. 10 seconds.
On 4th down, Samuels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. The 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin.
And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
Off the play fake. Samuels slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And some room to work. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run with Gibson.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal.
They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on third and goal. Looking to throw. Samuels.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson
from 3 yards out.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. On first down, Allen going deep for Diggs. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember them?
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Inside the 20.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. starting the third quarter with Cook. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Just get it in the pocket. Come on, mission. Line them up here.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Allen buying time to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. Let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone to rest. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how the folks said that. That's a momentum swing amusement park style. The defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone up. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Micah Hyde. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, a familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I'd say that a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They're going to try to jet sweep on third and long. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Going deep for Diggs.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ultra.
Throwing to start the drive. Samuels. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates You're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 66 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 2nd and inches, Allen firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Straight ahead, Gibson. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Forced out to his left. That is complete downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
40 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd, and that's incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Well, they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This will be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's 2nd and 10.
Well, a first carry here for Robinson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And as this defense walks off the field,
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the fades. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit.